What's the craziest tattoo request you ever got, and did you do it?
I tattooed a nutsack.
Oh my God! I was just about to say this is going to be on YouTube.
That wasn't the crazy part about the tattoo.
Yeah.
The crazy part about the tattoo was.
Today I got my friend, man. I got my bro in here. His name is Untamed. Richard Dubose. What's up?
I got a tattoo when I was like 13 years old. I met Frank Lee, the godfather of new school tattooing, and he taught me how to tattoo and been sold up game ever since.
How would you describe your style?
I don't really classify myself as one caliber artist because it depends on how I'm feeling and how I'm approach the piece and how the skin tone and things like that. I approach every tattoo with an open mind, basically. Yeah.
What do you think has been the hardest part about making it as a tattoo artist?
Being black, bro. Yeah, I remember I started when I was 13, so I done worked in some of the most racist shops and shit. Yeah. Like working in shops where niggas ain't giving you not one dime.
Have you ever had a client get super emotional after tattoo?
Granted, I didn't even know the guy passed. He had just passed the day before. His wife came into the shop and she wanted to get a portrait. I was the only artist there. I was like, come on, I got you. So I did the tattoo. It came out immaculate. She stood up. This lady broke down and damn near fainted, bro.
Do you ever get tired of tattooing? Or does it still hype you up like every single time?
I get an adrenaline rush.
You get adrenaline every single time?
Every time.
For real?
Yeah.
And you do a lot for the neighborhood, you do a lot for the community, man. You know what I mean? A lot for kids. That's what Bigger Than Tattoos is all about. I like to let people know it's bigger than tattoos. It is artists out here that do more than just tattoos.
Straight up, yeah, you know we can't wait up. Hustle from the
Yo, what's up, man? This is Neil. I'm back with another episode of Bigger Than Tattoos podcast. Today I got my friend, man. I got my bro in here. His name is Untamed. Richard Dubose. What's up?
What's poppin'?
So listen, man. Let everybody know, know where we can find your Instagram. Like, where can we see your work? You know, things like that.
You can find me on Instagram at untamed_tattoos on Instagram, untamed_tattoos on Snapchat as well.
Bam! Back on y'all again. Hey, listen, I got this aftercare product I want to show you, right? This is my foam wash. It's all natural. This is my ink paste ointment. It's all natural. These bolts heal you really, really fast when you use them together. This is 15, this is 25, but I'm gonna give them both to you for 30 if you go get it from my website. Check it out.
That's what's up. So Untamed, man, that's a sick name, man. What's the story behind your name, bro? How you got that name, Untamed?
I got the name Untamed from my auntie.
Yeah.
So when I was little, it's adopted, I should say, because what happened was she used to call me Danger. So growing up, she was like, oh, Danger here, because I was a badass kid.
Yeah.
So instead of saying Danger, let's turn it into Untamed, something that can't be controlled. And that's how I came up with the name Untamed.
Nice.
Can't be controlled by the system, man.
The system, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, because the damn show try to control us.
At all times.
Yes, man. So let's talk about, where you from? Like, what's up? Where you from?
I'm the first black tattoo artist from Dana Beach, Florida. First street, stand up.
Yeah, First Street. That's it, son.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so
small city in Dana Beach, Broad County.
Born and raised.
That's
what's up, man. That's what's up. So let's talk about how did you get into tattooing? How you got into it?
I got into tattooing when I was like 13 years old.
Yeah.
Had a friend of mine named Mike, had a bigger brother who was tattooing in Fort Lauderdale when I lived there. And I adapted to it a little bit. And I met my homeboy, 1-2, man, who named Uno, him and Uno and Darian. They showed me a little ins and outs and things like that. And then I met Frank Lee, the godfather of new school tattooing, and he taught me how to tattoo, and it's been a sold up game ever since.
So he just did he taught you like the basics of like
he taught me how to actually shade and to do the basics of a tattooing and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there's been so many people and mentors in my career who helped me get to where I'm at. Yeah. Like Leif Olson, Nate Miller, Chris Blenson, and things like that. They all helped me get to the level of tattooing that I'm at now.
So something like an apprenticeship, kind of like.
Yeah, but most of it, I guess you could say that.
Apprenticeship, but like they just dropping jewels, like.
Yeah, so basically what I did was, everyone thinks I got in the game easy because of Frank Lee, but at the same time, that's not the case because I actually walked into the shop and act like I worked there.
You just act like you worked?
Yeah. Hey, with my booth there and stuff, and that guy went.
Yeah, and you got in straight like that?
Yeah, but it been sold up ever since.
Like when I was in there,
that been my MO to help my whole career. Like anybody I looked up to, I wasn't scared to ask questions. I wasn't scared to be like, oh, can you show me this? Can you critique this? Granted, I know they was 10 times better than me. Yeah. But at the same time, I ain't had no problem with it.
Yeah.
Like when I went to Black Ink, that's how I met old shit in Caesar and Puma and stuff.
Yeah.
I drove from Florida with $200 in my account.
Yeah.
I said, I'm gonna walk in the shop like I worked there.
Yeah.
And it worked.
And that's what you did. You got right up in that bitch.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It worked.
Yeah.
I'm friends with them still to this day. And
that's what's up.
they shot videos with me and things. And I just build relationships that way.
Yeah.
I feel like I put myself in rooms where I'm supposed to be in.
Yeah.
Even though the door ain't open, I just kick it open. Fuck it.
Kick it open, man. Untamed, straight like that.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So, I see you got toys, so we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to those toys, man, because that's an amazing thing. But before that, I want to talk about you was traveling for many years, like doing conventions and things like that. Like, tell us a little bit about that, like your traveling experience.
So I got into the convention circuit.
Because you was on a team or something.
Yeah, I was on multiple teams.
Yeah.
And on the one team I was on, the last team I was on was Tattooed Army, RP bound.
Mm-hmm.
I traveled so much, like I always been a one-man army, so like I figured once I get to these conventions, I just act like I'm supposed to be there. Granted, I'm nervous as shit. Just act like I'm supposed to be there, and I just made friends that way, and just been traveling ever since.
Yeah,
I've been to 48 states. Tattooing and taping in 48 states. I did over 1,000 conventions, and just been rocking it, man.
Yeah, that's
won multiple awards.
Yeah. How many awards you think you won?
So far I have 18.
18 awards.
18 tattoo awards.
That's what's up, man. So let me ask you. So what you think? Like, how would you describe your style?
My style of tattooing?
Yeah.
My style of tattooing is very unique to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I consider it could be photorealism. I can do photorealism. Granted, I was taught by a new school artist, so I feel like new school is my strong point.
Yeah.
And things like that. So like, I don't really classify myself as one caliber of artist, because it depends on how I'm feeling, how I'm approach the piece, and how the skin tone and things like that. So I approach every tattoo with an open mind, basically.
Yeah, you be snapping on them too, though, bro. You be doing your thing, man. You see, I be hitting that light, I be hitting that button.
Yeah, man. I be trying, man.
Support, bro.
I try.
You doing your thing, man. So let's talk about sponsorships. You got any sponsorships going on right now?
Right now I'm sponsored by
Panther. Bring up.
I'm sponsored by Panther Needles, which is Waldo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Waldo Panther.
I'm sponsored by him. I'm also sponsored by Miami Tattoo Supply in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And they've been rocking with me for years. And then Waldo started his Panther company, and he just been rocking with me.
Yeah,
he named a machine after me and things like that. And
yeah,
so many doors been open.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up. So next question. What do you think has been the hardest part about making it as a tattoo artist?
Being black, bro.
Being black.
Yeah, because I remember I started when I was 13, so I done worked in some of the most racist of shops and shit.
Yeah.
Like working in shops where niggas ain't giving you not one dime.
Yeah.
Niggas you go in there, I'm literally sitting there all fucking day.
And you can't even get it.
Niggas won't let me do nothing.
Yeah.
And all it took was for one time for me to get an opportunity from this one lady, and it's been sold of him ever since in those shops.
Yeah.
So what I did was, like, being a black artist inside of these upclass or Caucasian white shops, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
I just sat back. I figured, okay, y'all are better than me. I'm just watch what y'all doing. I followed their business memos and things like that.
Yeah.
And I basically just adapted that and just brought it back to the hood like Robin Hood.
Yeah.
So that was my whole goal.
Yeah.
So when I came back to the hood and started working in the hood shop, everybody was like, oh, you too uptight, you this and that. I'm like, bro, it's the right way to do things, the wrong way to do things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, they doing it this way and it's successful.
Yeah.
We fucking up over here by charging this little bit of money.
Yeah.
And we worth more than that.
Yeah.
And I started showing niggas that shit, and then they've been a rap ever since.
Undercharging.
Yeah, man. Like my first tattoo in the hood, I did a nigga whole sleeve for $150.
Oh my God.
I said, oh, what the fuck?
I remember. How long it took you? About 8 hours.
I say, wait.
About 8 hours. Like that's so.
The math ain't math here. Straight up.
150, man. But that's that's how prices be in the hood though.
And that's the thing. Like
that's how prices.
I feel like in the hood we want to make more money, but at the same time, the hood is where the money at. The white areas are not where the money at, because the hood they always want to show out more and they have the best, and I spend this much on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, why undercharge yourself and cheat yourself and do a good tattoo and get paid pennies on a dollar? Yeah, that makes no sense.
Especially when you got quality.
Like
that. Yeah.
Like if you're a scratcher, you're a scratcher. But you got niggas like, you got people like Dingo, you got people like Gino and all them, like they upcharging. So why can't you? Because you're in the shop in the hood.
Right.
You can do the same thing. In my area where my shop at and stuff, we actually started. When I first got there, that minimum was like $30.
Damn.
I'm like, bro, I'm not tattooing for less than $60.
What year was that?
When I came back to the hood and started tattooing in the shop in the hood, I said probably around 2015.
Damn.
Yeah, 2015 I was there, and I'm like, yo, this shit is crap. This shit is trash. This shit like y'all get pennies on a dollar. I'm used to getting paid $300 an hour, this and that at these other shops, and I'm like, yo, we gotta clean this up, we gotta do this and that. I taught people out at the shop I was at how about cross-contamination and things like that, and how to actually sell yourself, bro. Like it's just like the thing is tattooing is literally a hustle, bro. And like without a hustle, you're making no money.
Yeah.
If I come to you sounding scared to ask you for $100, I'm gonna look at your ass crazy.
Yeah.
I give these $40.
Yeah.
Okay, I take it. No, I ain't taking that.
No,
I ain't scared to let money go, dog.
yeah, you got to.
All money ain't good money.
And 9 times out of 10, they're gonna pay it anyway.
They are, because the thing is,
Especially when they see
most niggas come in the shop, they got Jordans on, chicks got these Michael Kors book bags and shit. So I'm like, nigga, you spend more on that. That shit gonna get that shit fall out your car.
Yeah.
That shit lost. This shit ain't gonna never be gone. It's your skin for the rest of your life.
Right. Yeah, man. Makes sense though. Makes sense. So we already talked about your tattoo style. So now I'm gonna ask you, what's your favorite kind of piece to do? Like if you could tattoo the same thing all day.
Oh, anime, pop culture,
Yeah.
I tattoo pop culture all day, man.
Why?
Because granted, like I said, I'm a new school artist, and pop culture is colorful. I love doing colors and things like that, and seeing how it contrasts on people's skin, and then the excitement they see when they look at it, because the actual cartoon is on their skin now, it's 3D dimensional, and things like that.
So right now we still got more questions to ask, but I want to get into the toys, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to get into the toys. So like explain it. I know what it is, but explain to the people what this is, because this is really amazing. So check this out. What
All right, so back in 2020 when COVID happened, on the height of COVID, I'm sitting in my print shop, because I was on the print shop and things like that. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, kids need things to do other than just be on tablets. They're not outside anymore, not doing anything.
Yeah.
So I started thinking about art, things that made me happy as a kid, which was art, painting, and things like that.
Yeah.
So I developed this character, which is Kreative Kathy. She's the first character I created.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I drew her out real quick. Oh, boom, okay, I liked her. I didn't have a name for her.
Yeah.
Didn't have no name for her, nothing like that.
Yeah.
My homegirl Aja, I was on the phone with her. She's a party planner. I'm on the phone with her, and I'm like, yo, I need a name for this character.
Yeah.
She's like, send me a picture. I sent her the picture, whatever, and she's like, oh, I don't know. And then she was, at the time of the conversation, because the conversation was a sad conversation, because the auntie was dying and things like that. And I was like, what's your auntie name? She's like, Kathy. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, okay, but you're creative as hell. So I mixed those two together. It's called Kreative Kathy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Now she look creative too.
So we put a plan in motion in 2020 where I actually hand stitched and stuffed my first plushies myself.
Oh yeah.
The first 20 batch I did myself.
Yeah.
And in-house, didn't know how to use sewing machine, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
And shit just went crazy from there.
Shit just went crazy.
She threw an event for it because she wanted to get kids out the house and stuff, and it was just lit, man.
So y'all threw an event for it?
Yeah.
Just, and let them go?
Yeah, we threw an event for it. We get all the toys away for free. We did we created slime, all type of things like that.
That's what's up, man. About how many kids you think was at this situation?
At this time, it probably give or take about 20 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was still COVID time and things like that.
But at least they got a chance to get out of the house.
Yeah, man, them kids had a blast.
Also, I know they did. Bro, being trapped in the house, man. That was a shooting.
Man, them kids had so much fun.
So you just stood there and ran and just kept it going.
Yeah, so I kept it going, and then I laid low on it for a while because I reached out to manufacturers and stuff to actually make the plushies and things like that. And I was like, you know what? Instead of doing a plushie, why don't I do an actual toy?
Yeah.
Like an actual figure that kids can paint, Kreative Kathy, in their own imagination.
Yeah.
And things like that. So, and it looks like kids, like average black kids and things. Like there's no toy out there on the market like that that supports Latin American kids and things like that. It looks like them.
Yeah.
It's always either you black or you white.
That's it. Don't ever.
So like when I created Kathy, granted she may look black because she has the Bantu knives and things like that. But then you got Cubans who also wear Bantu knives and things like that, which is in their culture.
Yeah.
So I took all those elements together and created her to where she represents every culture, because basically she's everyone basically. So like Kreative Kathy is basically like how Barney was. Like you know how the figure goes, Barney, he's your friend, who's the figure of your imagination.
Yeah.
That's basically what Kathy is.
Yeah.
So where you can paint her in your own interpretation of how you want her to look.
Facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no right or wrong way how Kathy looks.
Yeah.
She's a figure of your imagination.
It's up to the kid how they.
Yeah, so it gives kids a way to actually express themselves and be unique and do things that way. So that's why I started the art toys and stuff like that. I bought a 3D printer and it's been a wrap ever since.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro. I remember this. I remember this, and
Yeah, it'd been nice. I called your ass, yeah.
we had come.
I called you. I'm like, man, this shit's stressful.
Where's you going? Yeah, man. I remember the first. I remember the first toy, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember the very first one.
I still have it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I remember that.
I got it sitting on the shelf at my house.
The jingle,
Mhm.
jingle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, then I also wrote the song for it and stuff, and
Yeah,
people
man.
just love it. I actually just posted the song on YouTube,
Yeah.
under my personal YouTube page,
Mhm.
which is a hell of
What's
a
the
mistake.
YouTube page? Shout that out. So we
The YouTube page is a mistake.
Oh, okay.
I added it under my personal. I thought I added it on the Constant Thinkers.
Okay.
But the name of the song is Kreative Kathy, Kreative Kathy theme song.
Mhm.
And it's basically express to you how she is and how she can bring light into the world and things like that.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, like that's the whole thing. Like I wrote the song, I paid someone on Fiverr, never met this person, didn't know if they could sing or nothing. I sent this to them
And
and
they saw it
3 months later they sent it back.
2 months later.
4 versions. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, this is crazy.
But you picked one from that one.
Yeah, I picked that one in.
Yeah.
They signed everything over to me and
It's
things.
a nice jingle though.
Yeah, they sent everything over to me and it's been a wrap.
That's what's
And it's very catchy.
Yeah, it is. It is. So you know, I mean, obviously you thought of this for kids, and you know, a lot of people don't know that you actually do a lot in the hood, a lot in your community. I recently saw a painting that you did on a wall or something like
Oh, you Bethune Elementary. All right, yes, Bethune is one of the oldest black schools in Hollywood, Florida.
yeah.
So they had this program, this group had this program, the nonprofit is called Only the Beginning,
Yeah.
with Robert Crumb.
Mhm.
And they people kept tagging me in this post on Instagram. I'm in the middle of a tattoo. I go on Instagram, Instagram and Facebook. They kept tagging me in like, hey, you should do this mirror, you should do this mirror, you should do this mirror.
You'll kill this if you
I'm like, so I look at it, I'm like, okay, what is this? It took a while for me to ponder on. It took like 3 days before I reached out because I'm like, do I really want to paint a mural again? I haven't painted a mural since 2020. So I'm like, do I really want to paint a mural?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. But then I thought about it. Me sitting over those course of 3 days, I thought about it and I was like, this could be a way for me to advertise my characters and my toys.
Yeah.
I'm like, the kids are going to be there
Yeah.
year round.
Year
There are
round.
over 1,000 kids,
Yeah.
and school mirrors are permanent installs.
Yeah.
So we had a meeting, met with the principal and stuff, and I told him, I do the project.
Mhm.
I have no problem with it, long as I can put my characters in one of my characters in one building.
Yeah.
She's seen all the characters, and oh my God, this lady fell in love.
Yeah.
We painted the whole school in 3 days.
Yeah.
I went out there, projected everything on the walls.
Mhm.
We had a bunch of volunteers and stuff come out. The U.S. Army came out,
That's what's
and we just killed that shit, bro.
Yeah. No, bro, I know you do a lot of this.
The district Broward County School was there.
Yeah.
She helped paint and everything.
Oh, they helped you too.
Yeah, man.
That's what everybody pitched in. Everybody got a little piece.
Yeah, so what I did was I basically turned the school into a giant coloring book
Yeah.
with my characters
I
and
seen
things
that.
like that. And
I've seen that.
we
So
just-
I mean, and I don't want to cut you off, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's how God works. You know what I'm saying? Because you're working on things, man, and God puts you in position to slowly take those milestones and those steps to where He want to lead you. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And I just want to touch on that real quick.
and I feel like
You know?
I feel like that actually like put a fire under my ass to want to do more and stuff like that because at that time I didn't have these toys either. Like I had these figures and nothing,
Yeah.
and I was trying to find a manufacturer to actually do the 3D modeling and stuff like that. And it's funny how I got into the 3D modeling.
Yeah.
Me and my son was playing at home with Play-Doh.
Okay.
And I'm like, we sit there playing, we make a little snowman, little snakes and stuff like that. I'm like, wait,
Oh, let me
I can scope my character out of this stuff.
Yeah.
So I started playing with it and stuff. I'm like, okay. Granted, I still have the original clay. I'm like, this shit crazy. It look crazy as hell. But then I met this guy on YouTube. I followed this guy named Dave Reed, who actually broke down this program called Nomad Scope, was a 3D program on Apple. He breaks it down to the fucking T, to everything that you need to know, how to do this, how to do that. I followed him for 3 assignments that he does,
Yeah.
and it's been a wrap ever since. Like I just started,
You know.
I'm like, okay, I can do this.
Shout out to
Boom, boom.
YouTube University, man.
Yeah, shout out to YouTube University,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, listen. Hey, a lot of things nowadays can be self-taught because knowledge is everywhere. A
Yeah,
lot of people think they can just got to spend money on school and got to spend money on just apply yourself.
yeah.
It's right out there.
If you don't apply yourself, how can you expect somebody else to believe in you?
Exactly.
My confidence set so high to where
Mhm.
I walk in the room, my presence demands respect because I'm actually confident in what the fuck I do. You know what I'm saying?
Like that.
And everything I do, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have if you don't believe in yourself, how can you expect Tom, Dick, and Harry to believe in you?
Yeah.
And that's my motto in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Live life, and you go hard at everything you do. If you don't know, brush yourself off, you fall down, brush yourself off, and keep going, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like life ain't all about sunshine and rainbows,
No,
dog.
it ain't. And you know, a lot, I mean, you know that you have to take those losses, you know what I'm saying? Because those losses, you know, that's what strengthens you for those wins, you know.
Yeah.
It's time to win. You remember what it felt like to lose, but now you know where you at. So
Yeah.
it all makes sense.
And it's good that people on YouTube, if you think about it, the union was built by people like our grandfathers and stuff. They didn't have high school diplomas. They didn't have freaking college degrees. But yet they can build anything. You look to your guy like he's a fucking superhero. Because why? Another black man showed him how to do it. Another person had to show him how to do it. And then you just keep the trend just keeps going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just keep that thing going instead of gatekeeping and all this shit for what? To the point where you got like people make fun of Hispanics and stuff. But if you think about it, they're smart as shit.
Yeah.
They literally show you how to fucking save. And it's like, why can't we do the same thing as a black culture?
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta talk down on this motherfucker, this and that. But nigga, if a person come to me, hey bro, you see my tattoo? Come on, I'll show you.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
I mean, yeah, I don't have no problem. I show a lot of people how to tattoo, you know. So I definitely I get that, man. So let's jump back into it. So I just want to touch on these dolls. It would eat me up, bro.
Yeah.
I want to touch.
Also, the name of my toy company is called Totsy Tinkers. On Instagram, it's Totsy_Tinkers.
There you go. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So let's go back to tattoos. So we're gonna talk about tattoos and like situations that you're in as a tattoo artist. So it says, do you ever get those clients that want 1 million tiny changes to like shit? Like say you put a stencil here, they want to move it here.
Oh, move it a few centimeters and shit.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh no,
you don't deal with that one.
Yeah, oh no, I got a little tolerance for customers. Cause bad enough I don't like people already. So it's like I got a low tolerance for that stuff.
Yeah.
So where it's like, if you want to make 1 million changes, like when I make a design for a person, they be like, okay, change that. I tell them from the beginning before they send a deposit, I'm straightforward, articulate very well. Hey, you want to get 3 changes in this design before I be like, hey, forget you.
Yeah.
I see you back your money.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with the headache and aggravation because you came to me for an idea and you wanted me to do it my style, my way, what I think looks good. So how is it I show you something, now you grow a brain? Like now make it make sense.
Yeah.
Now you want to grow a brain?
No idea before you walked in here. You gave me 3 things and now you got it.
Yeah, you know, like
I got it from here.
I didn't imagine it that way.
Yeah.
And obviously you didn't imagine it no damn way. You had 3 elements. That was it.
Oh man. What about the people that like when you tattooing on and they just be like every time you dip in the ink cap, you come back and they looking at it.
Oh, the lookaways.
The stall and put it. They're trying to stall you. And they put your arms.
Yeah, the lookaways, man. Those type of people the thing is, granted, I tattoo so fast, and I'm always keeping my hand on my customer.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, when you turn away, they want to do that look and stuff. I keep pressure applied, so I got to deal with that look away.
You don't know when to look.
No, you don't know when to look. My hand still stretching.
Yeah, that's a good technique. I'm gonna have to steal that one. Cause man, I'm lookaways, man. They make the tattoo longer. You be like, man, what the fuck? It get annoying as hell sometimes, bro. So
that's the one that jump up and look in the mirror every second. Oh, you almost there?
I can't. I knew all that getting up shit. I can't do it. I can't deal with that. So, have you ever had a client? I'm sorry. Next question. What's the craziest tattoo request you ever got, and did you do it?
There's so many tattoos.
It's crazy ones.
Crazy
that you actually did, bro.
I tattooed a nutsack.
Oh my god! I was just about to say this is going to be on YouTube. This gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah, I tattooed a nutsack. But that wasn't the crazy part about the tattoo.
Yeah.
The crazy part about the tattoo was it was his mistress, his side chick initials.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm like, bro, you really want to do this? I was working at Lucky Devil.
You really want to do this?
Bro, I was working at Lucky Devil Tattoos in Fort Lauderdale at the time.
Yeah.
Dude walked in, drunk as shit. Him and his side chick walked in. Oh, bro, I want to get a tattoo on my nuts. I sat there and told the nigga straight up. It's $1,000 handling fee, bro.
Yeah.
That ain't even the cost of the tattoo.
Yeah.
He's like, no problem, this nut. Drunk as shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, his accent was strong. He was like, it was a foreigner. His accent was strong as shit. I'm like, come on, let's do it. He sat down, pulled his nuts out, through his briefs and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what you want to put? He was like,
man.
The letters were L-A.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let's do it. I drew the actual L.A. sign on his nuts, so just like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I pray to God that guy ain't dead now by his wife. So he's like, yeah, it's my side chick right here. I'm like, nigga, your wife must have suck your nuts or something.
She must don't see him at all. She must don't see him at all.
For real, boy, because
Hey.
like nigga, granted, you're white. So it's like
Just don't show up.
Don't be here.
Yes.
And I told him like, bro, I'm really for the tattoo this shit. Like, I'm not for to put no gray wire. I'm tattooing this bitch.
Jet black on that one.
Solid, nigga. And at that time, I was using that travel back from Untamed.
That travel black, yeah. Yeah, I heard it.
Man,
the shit started to get old. They go to getting chalky.
I used the freaking I used a 14 round liner for that bitch too.
Man, so it's thick. It's in there.
And the thing is, granted,
how did he act though?
He was drunk, so he sat there.
He was chilling.
Yeah, he was chilling, bro.
Crazy.
And like, granted, I would have been freaking the fuck out because at that time I'm using coils. And that shit,
shit loud as hell.
I'm by your nuts with this.
Hey, did he watch this shit or did he just turn away?
He was talking to the girl the whole time.
That motherfucker weird.
Kissing her all the time. I'm like, okay, hey, do your thing. But that's not how it was out there at Lucky Double. Like, you got a bunch of weird shit going on out there because at that time, it's on Fort Lauderdale Beach. It's next to the iconic elbow room in Fort Lauderdale. So
a lot
it's
of
like
tourists and stuff like that.
Yeah, so people do crazy shit.
That could be similar to Vegas, man. You never know who,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying, and what they got going on
At all.
Yeah, I feel that, man. That's crazy. At least you made a bag on that one though.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. You handled the bag and made a bag.
Pretty much. Call me the bag handler.
Hey man. So check this out. So have you ever had a client get super emotional after tattoo?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was his tattoo?
So
and then how?
Granted, I didn't even know the guy passed. He had just passed the day before. His wife came into the shop and she wanted to get a portrait. I was the only artist there. I was like, "Come on, I got you." So I did the tattoo. Did the best job I can do to my ability.
Yeah.
Granted, it came out immaculate. She stood up. This lady broke down and damn near fainted, bro. I'm like, "You all right?" Because I didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Like I knew, like,
idea what...
yeah, I didn't know what was going on. She's like, "He just died last night." Da da da. I'm like, "Oh shit!"
Damn. Yeah.
And granted, like, I'm not an emotional person. I'm the wrong person for comfort because the way my upbringing was. So it's like I didn't know how to react. Like I'm like, "You gonna be okay?" What is the wrong thing to fucking say?
Yeah.
Like
patting on the
this probably was like 6 years ago, and she came to my shop recently last year, and she was talking and stuff. She's like, "You're terrible at comforting people." I'm like, "I know." She's like, "You patting me on my back, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna be all right."
Yeah.
Like we was laughing about it and things like that, and it was just hilarious, bro. Because I'm like, I really need to work on this shit. Like, my upbringing really scarred the fuck out of me.
Yeah. But obviously she loved the tattoo.
Yeah, she fucking loved it, bro. Like,
you was just doing your thing.
And then when I posted it, the shit got like over like what 1,000 shares and stuff. A lot of people knew this guy. He's a football coach. I just didn't know him.
Just didn't know.
Yeah, and they're like, "Yo, he looked just like him." Because the picture she gave me, he had shades on. He had one gray hair right here in the front. I did all that.
Yeah.
And it came out perfect, bro.
Yeah.
She fucking broke down and it was just ridiculous.
All right, so this I got this. This is a question I got for you because I noticed that you tattoo a lot of different famous people, rappers. One rapper that I vibe with, shout out to Psycho Bob, but Psycho Bob doing, I think Psycho Bob's still in the feds right now. But
yeah, he's still in the feds.
He's still in the feds right now, man. But I used to vibe to his music all the time, man. How was it? But he a different type of dude. So how the hell was it tattooing this man back, and how many sessions that took?
His back actually took 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, 2 days back-to-back sessions. But the thing is, like, I know him personally, so like we grew up together from the same hood and things like that. And he knows my family, I know his family. So like it was just like two homeboys hanging out.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal because you know him.
Yeah, like I don't see the celebrity everyone else see. I just see a person I grew up with and cool as shit. That was it.
But you killed that back piece though.
Yeah, man.
Chucky thing and everything. I was like, man, 2 days, boy.
Yeah, 2 days back to back, man. And
you had some color in it and everything.
That boy, he sat there.
Yeah.
At some points he was a little rough, but other than that, he just thugged it out, bro. Like me tattooing him was fun. I think the most nerve-wracking tattoo I ever did on a celebrity was Joe Gaddy. Atiro Gaddy's brother, the boxer.
Okay.
Yeah, I tattooed him.
Yeah.
He walked into the shop I was at the time. It was called Salvation. He walked into the shop, not Salvation, Salvation. He walked into the shop and things like that. I recognized him from the beginning because I'm a huge boxing fan.
Yeah.
He walked in like a normal Joe. "Hey, how you guys doing? I want to get a tattoo. I want to get my whole sleeve done."
Yeah.
I said, bro, no disrespect, but are you Joe Gaddy? He was like, yeah. I'm like, you are Tiro's Gaddy brother.
Yeah.
So I pulled my phone out. Let me make sure this, you're not a clone.
Yeah, you're not a clone.
It was crazy. I didn't have to do that. He pulled his shirt off. He has the famous Versace tattoo that he had, that he wore his whole boxing career on his chest right here. The chain. And I'm like, yeah, you're actually him.
Yeah, you're him.
And we worked on his sleeve. He got on his sleeve we did a actual Versace shirt.
Okay.
But for this one of his t-shirts that he loved that's retired and stuff like that. And to this day, me and Joe were like real good friends and things like that. But tattooing him at the first, it was nerve-wracking as hell.
Nerve-wracking.
What?
Yeah.
I'm like, if I fuck anything, he gonna knock my ass out.
With that 2P, beep.
Yeah, man, it was ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. But you know it all. How many sessions?
With Joe Arm, we did 7 sessions.
7 sessions?
Yeah, because there's a lot of blues and a lot of folds and wrinkles. We had to make it look like an actual t-shirt sleeve.
Yeah.
To where it's like the satin look.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So oh my God, it was fun.
I didn't know that was tedious.
It was tedious as hell, but fun.
Yeah.
Because the actual shirt, we took actual photos of it on his arm. We took actual photos of it and things like that. There's a lot of freehand going on and things like that because we had to actually freehand the folds and stuff, how it looked on the picture from when we had the shirt on and things like that. And we've been rocking ever since.
Yeah.
Shout out to Joe Gaddy.
A lot of people don't know this, but like you've been doing like the Santa thing for the holidays. When you first told me about it, I was like, well, I didn't understand it, but when I started seeing it, then it made sense. So tell the people about being Santa for the holidays. How did that happen?
All right, so like, remember growing up, you used to go to like, your mom used to take you to the park and stuff. You see Santa Claus and things like that. So one day I was with this group of people named Untamed and our Gems. Her name is Amber. She had this program called Our Gems and stuff like that. And they reached out to me and was like, hey, do you know anybody want to play Santa Claus and things like that? I'm like, hey, ironically, I play Santa Claus every year.
Yeah.
And things like that. It's like, okay, let's do a hood to hood toy drive. I'm like, bitch, I'm down.
For real.
So we band up with a bunch of people, a group of people and things like that. And they made a sled out of which we took a trailer from U-Haul.
Yeah.
We made a sled out of it.
Yeah.
And actually drove down a highway with this thing.
Yeah.
Granted, it was dangerous as heck what we did.
Yeah.
And the Florida state troopers seen us. We thought they were gonna pull us over. They gave us a police escort to every park.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, we gave out thousands and thousands of toys and things like that.
Yeah.
And then I was the first Black Santa in Dania Beach newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, so it was by accident though.
Yeah.
So I came out there in the city of Dania. They have this big lighting ceremony every year. So what I did was I'm like, okay, I'm gonna surprise them and just pop up out there dressed up as Santa, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Whole time they hired another Santa.
Yeah. Hey, look, listen, there you go, showing up like you're supposed to be. So
yeah, just pop
real.
up.
Hey, listen, I'm the Santa for the day. Like, bro, we already got bro over here, bro. Like, who the fuck are you? Man?
Yeah, so as they're sitting there, I didn't know they was taking pictures, the newspaper and the news was gonna be there, none of that. So I walk out, I came out of the garage, ringing my bell.
The bell.
Ringing the bell.
Yeah.
Oh, ho, ho.
Yeah.
Every little kid turned around, everybody like, oh, and they ran over there.
Yeah.
So at the time, no one knew it was me. No one knew it was me for the whole time I was there.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, let's take a picture with Santa Claus for the newspaper and the news and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. So I take the picture with him and stuff. I'm standing between Miss Bobby Grace, who was the first Black mayor in Dania, that first female Black mayor in Dania, and Tamara James, the youngest Black female mayor in Dania history. She was the mayor at the time. They're both standing on the side of me with the other commissioners and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the front page of Dania Post is me standing there.
Yeah.
So as they taking pictures and stuff like that, the other Santa Claus that they hired actually pulled up. I'm like, oh shit. How do we work about this?
Yeah.
So as he's doing his thing, I run, I actually leave, run back to the garage. I change clothes like Batman.
Yeah, being back like a normal person.
Yeah, like I was a normal person, walked out there.
They still got the beard on though.
No, nothing. I had nothing.
Like, that wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm like, so I walk out. Miss Bobby Grace walked up to me.
Yeah.
That was you, baby. That was you, Richard, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, no, that wasn't me, Miss Grace. You're lying. Don't lie to me.
Yeah.
Don't lie to your elders. Yeah, that was me, Miss Grace. And then I've been rocking with her. I've been rocking with Miss Grace ever since. Like, we do a toy drive every year.
Every year.
I do Santa Claus every year, and millions of kids take pictures with me. There's people in my neighborhood who still didn't know that was me for years.
Yeah.
And until I started posting it online. I didn't post it online because I don't look for clarification and things like that. I did it because I want to give joy back to my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And kids in the hood and stuff like that.
That's what's up, man.
So when I started posting it, and once I posted my first time posting it, I got hired for an event.
Wow.
I'm like, wait,
Wasn't
y'all,
expecting that.
y'all hired me? Okay, boom. My first year as a professional Santa Claus, I made $10,000.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah. And then every year I get booked for the same events every year.
Yeah.
I don't do all that dancing stuff that you see on the internet and stuff like that. I'm a traditional Santa Claus. I know all the reindeer names and I send out traditional questions and I just mingle with the kids and have fun. To the point people started hiring me to come to their house on Christmas nights, bro. It was freaking wild.
Yeah.
Come there in their house Christmas night, knock on the door, and they let me in. The kids in the room sleep. I'm knocking stuff over like I'm real Santa Claus, putting powdered sugar on the floor and things like that. I let them catch me every now and then.
Yeah.
And it's been amazing. Like,
That's what's up, man.
me being Santa Claus has been amazing, bro.
Sound like fun, bro.
It is. Like,
Sound like
I tell everyone, like, everyone should be Santa Claus, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just seeing those little ones light up,
Yeah.
it's freaking
I
amazing.
see you, yeah.
I do it with my kids, too.
Especially when they believe. They believe in Santa Claus for real.
My kids still don't know I'm Santa Claus or nothing like that. They don't see my suit or anything like that because my suit is in storage.
Yeah.
So every year they try to catch me, but not knowing it's me. But they try to catch Santa Claus.
Yeah, trying to catch
and
Santa
things
Claus.
like that. They're like, Daddy, we heard Santa Claus bell. I changed out of that outfit so fast, so quick.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, for real? We gotta catch him. This and that. And
Yeah.
it's amazing. I upgrade my suit every year.
Yeah.
And then one year, like 2 years ago, I was riding through Liberia, Hollywood. I actually seen a black Santa Claus. Everyone thought that was me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was like, I took a picture with him. I'm like, yo, this is fucking awesome. I jumped out my truck, took a picture with him. I posted it online. Everybody like, oh, you photoshopping stuff? I'm like, bro, this really not me.
Yeah.
This guy is really Santa Claus again.
Yeah.
Like, this is not me. And it's just been amazing, bro. Like, doing corporation events and stuff is amazing, bro. It's a wonderful feeling, bro. Like, and I don't really celebrate the holidays like that. And just being Santa Claus, it just does something to my spirit.
Yeah.
Like every year, like around that time, I go to. Cause what I do is with the toy drive and stuff. Everybody asks me how do I get the funds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I start my crowdfunding in like January.
Okay.
I reach out to corporations, send them letters and stuff like that, and they actually donate.
That's what's up, man.
And then I also do Toys for Tat every year.
Yeah.
So like you come to the shop, you bring 2 toys that's worth $20 or more, you get a free $100 tattoo.
Oh, that's what's up, man.
This year I did calculation wise, like balls, like spitball. I probably did over 200 tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I donated to multiple schools and things like that.
That's what's up, man. That's what I'm saying, man. You do a lot for the neighborhood. You do a lot for the community, man. You know what I mean? A lot for kids. And that's what Bigger Than Tattoos is all about. I like to let people know it's bigger than tattoos.
It
There's
is.
artists out here that do more than just tattoo. You know what I'm saying? And we impact the community and we impact our neighborhoods so much based on our own personal experience in these neighborhoods that we grew up in. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of know what the kids need, and that's why I feel you on that. You know?
Yeah, because we're there. We grew up in those times in those areas where we actually need somebody else to look up to other than drug dealers. This, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Like, granted, I was in the streets and stuff like that when I was younger, but I still loved art. But you gotta remember, back in those times, it's either you're a gangster or you're a sport or you're an athlete.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
square.
Yeah, so you have to pick and choose, and like those, like I got this one niche where everybody called me a nerd, a gangster nerd.
Yeah.
Because I watched Naruto, I watched Dragon Ball Z's. I play with Yu-Gi-Oh card. I play with the Pokemon cards. Still to this day, I still collect them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm still with the shits.
Yeah.
So, but I had to learn. Like I had to tell kids. Like my goal was to show kids that you can still do things positive and still have fun doing it.
Yeah.
Like you don't have nobody change you who you are. Don't let your elements around you change who you are and things like that.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, I'm from Dayton Beach, bro. That's like it's one of those. It's a small city. My city is 14 hours long and one street that runs through the whole city and things like that. So me growing up, I just chose like, did I let my elements consume me? Yes. But if I seen what it could do to me. So how can I help another kid who's not like me, who grew up in the same situation and things like that? And now I'm like, everybody in my neighborhood loves me. Like they see me as a positive role model who turns his life around and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's from the old to the young, bro. Like I'm like LeBron James when I go home, bro.
Yeah. What's love? Well,
everyone loves me there.
That's what's up, bro. Because you're a good person, man. Good things come back to good people.
Yeah.
If you was a bad person, what you would receive. You know what I mean?
If you reflect on dumb stuff, dumb stuff happen. You're a positive person. Positive things happen.
Exactly.
I live by that.
Exactly. That's what's up. So let's jump back into tattooing, man. You know, me and you, man. You know, we're trying to have an interview, but we vibe for real. So this is hard to stay on track. We'll get back on track. So let's talk about what's your take on people getting their partner's name tattooed on them.
There's soul ties and things like that. I think that's retarded as hell. Like, granted, I know I sound hypocritical because I do have my other spouses.
That's my next question was, did you do it?
Yeah, you know, I'm like a little signing book over here,
Yeah.
but like one
Got a
of
few names on you.
yeah, I got 3.
Yeah.
One's deceased, and one I'm with, and one is my ex-wife and things like that. But
Yeah.
those, I feel like those were not like significance of me like showing my love to them because they actually been there for me in the most toughest times of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like my ex-wife was when I was in prison.
Mhm.
She stayed by me the whole time, made sure I was good.
Mhm.
But I got that done in prison.
Yeah.
My baby mom, she gave my last daughter and things like that. We've been rocking for a while. She was there when I was down, depressed, and I lost my grandma
Yeah.
and things like that. So
Just important times in your life.
yeah, like life-changing events and stuff.
Yeah.
That like when my grandma passed, bro, like I was in a real deep depression.
Yeah.
Like I stopped painting, I stopped doing everything. I look like Wolfman around this bitch.
Mm.
I let my lights go off in my house. My dogs look like shit.
Yeah.
My house looked like shit. I didn't do nothing. I just sat in the house all day.
People don't understand. But depression is real, and men get depressed too.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and like the thing is like our generation of growing up like 80s and 90s, like we was trained to shut the fuck up, stop being a pussy,
Exactly.
and it's like we got emotions too. We're human.
Man, listen, and imagine we've been doing it for so long.
Yeah,
Like shutting the fuck up and stop being a pussy.
Mhm.
We've been doing that since we was 8.
Yeah, to the point where it's like now it's like, why can't we show our emotion? Because I show weakness. No, nigga, that shows that I'm human.
Yeah, for
You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, like I told you earlier, I'm still working on trying to be that emotional person and things like that. Because, granted, I can see a person cry, I want to do nothing to me, like,
same way, yeah.
and I'm like,
Don't know how to really.
yeah, all right.
Don't got no words for comfort. Like, babe, like, and after a while, I'll be like, yo, listen, man, like, listen, you've been crying for 2 minutes already. Like,
Yeah, like one of the most devastating things to me was probably like 3 years ago.
yeah,
My baby sister, her boyfriend, also her baby father, he died in the bed next to her. And I'm the first person she called, and I go there, this, that, and the third. I didn't know how to talk for my own little sister.
Yeah,
and that fucking broke me, my nigga.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do this no more.
Yeah,
I got to work on myself.
Yeah,
I got to figure this out because like
gotta be
that childhood trauma was just bad, bro. And I didn't realize how bad it was until it was my little sister, you know. And man, like we got she getting through it, and we worked through it and stuff like that. I'm getting better at it.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to work day by day, bro.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah. You're doing a good job, though. You got it.
That's why I try to be the most positive role model I can be for kids in the neighborhoods, no matter. Because the thing is, even on social media and things like, we don't understand. There's somebody always watching you.
Yeah.
That's one thing Miss Bobby Grace taught me. Me being around her for so long and so many years. She said when they're not paying attention, they're paying attention. And you always gotta remember, somebody's always like, you may not know this little kid, but there's a little kid who sees you every day on social media who's looking up to you.
Yeah.
And so you go on social media with all the, oh fuck, nigga.
Yeah.
What you be showing them?
Yeah, what are you showing them?
Like you showing them to be ignorant in the world for what? You control your emotion. Don't let your emotion control you.
Thanks. That's what's up. So about the name tattoos, so you got a few, but you wouldn't advise on that. You think it's a soul tie. I agree with you. My next question is, how many name cover-ups have you would you say that you've done?
Names are probably done
in a year, basically.
In a year?
In a year, like is that a common thing for you?
At one point it was actually like. One year I probably did like 1,000 name cover-ups, bro. Yeah, remember I was going from state to state and things like that, so different conventions and stuff. So like, people started knowing me and like for doing cover-ups and stuff, and I started doing them and this, that, and the third. And because the thing with me is when it comes to cover-up names and stuff, everybody do traditional roses and stuff like that. I ain't got to do a rose. You ain't got to do that. There's other things you can use other than flowers to cover a name. And people learned that. Once I learned how to do that, and people seen that, it was like, I'm going to this guy to get this, that.
Because listen, I ain't gonna even lie to you, that to cover a name, a flower is always my go-to.
It is.
Especially when somebody don't know what they want.
Yeah, it's the most easiest thing.
Like, you know what? Rose.
It's the most easiest thing to do because it has so many layers and shadows and things like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can actually do an actual piece over it to where the name is gone, completely gone.
But I'm guilty of it myself. A lot of times, man, depending on the situation, I might be a little nervous, bro, to like jump on that piece and be like, man, I'm gonna cover this with a name because I know for a fact I can cover it with this.
Yeah.
So I be kind of scared to jump over there.
Yeah, but the thing though, like,
you know what I'm saying? That's just me speaking on.
I get it, but the thing is, like,
at one point you said, man, fuck,
you gotta jump over it because, like, if you stay in the same spot and be in your comfort zone, how can you know how do you know what you can achieve if you don't try it?
Facts.
You feel me? Like, let's say a name walk through the door right now and be like, hey, I want to get this portrait over.
See, I would never.
Let's analyze this and figure out how we can place this portrait on here to make it look nice and cover this up.
Yeah.
It can work.
You have to use the hair.
It can work.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to bump the contrast up on this thing, make it a high contrast piece, and we're going to tattoo this thing.
Tattoo this thing and get it going.
I don't cover some of the most craziest things. And one thing I learned, too, is, like, instead of using regular black and gray, I use opaques. Opaques, it hides it real good. It literally cancels it out.
Yeah.
You never notice it.
Okay. That's the key.
Like, you got to jump over that bridge.
Now I'm jumping with the opaques in my hand.
Yeah, you got to jump.
You ain't tell me that part.
Yeah, you jump.
I'm still trying to mix black and grays, you know.
Oh no, I get it. Like, like even with black and grays, like I could, like, the thing is, you can do it with black and grays, but like on darker skin, it's gonna look extra dark.
That's what I'm saying.
So I want darker skin tones,
and probably even on Latino skin too, bro.
Yeah, because they're considered dark skin.
Yeah.
So what you do is, me personally, I feel you use opaques, it makes the tattoo look lighter than what it is. You know what I'm saying? So in the opaques hide the black. You're gonna go over the opaque. You're gonna go over the blacks with the opaques, which is gonna heighten the shadows of what a black would be anyhow. Right. So you use less black and use the opaque color. It's like you're doing red over gray wash. You know what I'm saying? Except for using opaque grays and shit like that, and it actually transitions back smoother.
That's what's up, man.
So when it heals,
you should make a video doing one of them.
Everyone keeps telling me I should do that.
You should do a video doing that, bro, because I can tell you know what you're talking about. But I want to see it though. I need to see. I
got you. Yeah. Everybody keep asking me, like, even like we see any cover about doing my page.
If I got anything I need. While we got these cameras out.
When everybody see me do certain things, they be like, yo, like, what colors? I'm like, it's just gray. Like, I literally take a gray wash set and I set my gray wash up and just add some white to it and stuff until I get the white that I want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I wouldn't use like a Titan white, like a super white. I use like an eggshell white or something like that. Okay. And it fucking works immaculate. Eternal has this one color called off-white. Okay. That's also that's fucking amazing. Like off-white type. Yeah. The off-white is fucking amazing, bro. Okay. That's why even when you do like on dark skin, people say white's not gonna show. I rinse my needle out a little bit, and then I leave the water in it with the black residue in it and dip it straight in my white. It gives like a grayish tint, and it'll stay on the skin. And it stay on it, yeah. Because it's gray, not white. It's gray, but on the skin, it looks white. But on the skin, it's gonna look white. It's lighter, yeah. It's lighter. Yeah. A nice way to trick the eye, man. But that's all cover-ups here. Right there. Yeah, that's all cover-ups here. Cover-ups are all just you supposed to tattoo like the tattoo is not even there. Yeah. That's my motto. And everybody asks me, I tell them, tattoo like that tattoo's not even there anymore. Just do your job. Have you ever won an award for a cover-up? Cover-up? No. I haven't. The thing is, when I do most of my cover-ups and stuff like that, I never, because they have to be healed. Yeah. So I never take my canvases with me to these shows and stuff like that. You go from state to state to state. Yeah, because I'm from state to state so much. Yeah, that's a hard. I don't even think I even seen a cover-up category. They have them. Yeah, but you gotta have the picture of it before, and then you gotta select. And they gotta show you. You gotta see the healed. Because the thing is with cover-ups, when you first do it, it can look amazing. Yeah, but how does it heal? Yes. Yes. How does it heal? Yes, sir. For real. All right. So the tattoo, the tattoo world is competitive as hell. We both know that. So how do you keep your work fresh and stand out the way that you do? All right. So I'm like a samurai. Even a samurai gotta sharpen his sword. You know what I'm saying? So what I do is, I can inspire. I can be inspired by other artists and things like that. Different styles of art, other than just tattooing, painting, digital. I look at all those type of things there. I mean, I look at those type of things there, and mirrors. I try to like see what they're doing and how I can adapt from their style to my style and things like that. Because art is always growing, art is always changing. There's no right or wrong way to do art. Yeah. So like I look at every aspect of art. Even if you go to the museum, even if you're just outside walking the street, just look at something. Just actually, if you actually pay attention, architecture is a form of art. Yeah. So just looking at a building while you drive, it's like, damn, this shit is amazing as hell. Yeah. You see how the light hit the shadows and things like that from different angles and things. And I study those type of things day in, day out. Yeah. Because like I said, I always want to be an artist. Been drawing since I was forever young and stuff. So like, my goal is to always inspire myself so I can inspire other people. That's what's up. Like I can't fight a fight with a dull knife. I gotta sharpen this motherfucker first. Gotta keep it sharp for real. You know what I'm saying? So always like there's art in everything in the world. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta look for it and see how you can make something look different. Yeah. Like how the light hitting this, how the light hitting that. Yeah. Just play with shadows and stuff. The thing is, we learn art and stuff in 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in PE, when they got you doing the shadows shit with the sun and stuff,
Yeah.
turn this way, turn that way, this way.
That's art.
And you realize that you're like, what if I put this there? And then you start realizing that you can put anything in a different light can cast a shadow. Like if I put a different light over her, she'll cast a shadow. I put a light from the bottom, it'll be a different shadow like a different person.
Yeah.
And things like that. So that's how I look at it. That's how I keep my art creativity going.
Yeah,
and things
because
like that.
because I noticed that like on your social media, man, like bro, you always own it. Like you always got some type of tattoo that I just did. I mean, every day, it seems like every day, like you always own it. Like you always advertising, you always own it. It's always something new and fresh as hell.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I have to, like, I tell myself, even if it's free, I want to try this out because I approach every tattoo different. I never tattoo the same way every time because then it becomes dull.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I'm saying? Be like, you do a butterfly, how many times you do the butterfly this same fucking way?
Yeah.
So you got to find different ways to make the butterfly fun for you to do.
Interesting for you to do. Yeah.
And that's what I do. And things like that. Like I said, I take photos of my own butterflies sometimes. I have a butterfly garden at home. I take photos of it and shit. That's all I do.
Yeah, make it interesting.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
Take pictures of flowers. Think about it. We all see the same rose a million times. I take a picture of my own rose.
You never seen this.
Yep. Now I'm in there. Different shadows, different color, and things like that.
So what's one thing that you wish clients knew about you before getting tattooed?
That I'm a cool ass motherfucker. No, man, like most people that come to me, I actually have a conversation with my clients before they even come to me to get tattooed and things like that. I try to get to know them so I can understand how their vibe is and things like that because, like I said, I'm untamed. I'm an open fucking book.
Yeah. I
may listen to country, rock, this, that, and the third, and we can do whatever.
Yeah.
And things like that. So, like, I'm not judgmental, nothing like that. So I tell my customers, let's get to know each other because, granted, I am charging you a lot of money for your design and stuff like that. So I want to get to know the person who's getting this tattoo and things like that. They're really going to take care of it. Look at their lifestyle and their social media and things like that because you don't want to wait three weeks and never, oh, my tattoo got an infection. Yeah. Motherfucker, I seen you on the beach, though.
I just saw you on a dirt bike, bro.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, so I try to, like, I tell my customers, I'm going to be a straightforward person with you. I just need to be straightforward with me. That's it. And, like, as long as anything you ask me, I'm gonna respond. I'm not gonna sit here and hide who I am. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it be.
All right. So let me ask you a question now. It's a real question. Do you ever get tired of tattooing, or does it still hype you up like every single time?
I get an adrenaline rush.
You get adrenaline every single time?
Every time.
For real?
Yeah.
Man, I wish I did.
The only thing that's depressing about tattooing, I would say, like, that's down is like the downtime and stuff like that. Like when it's slow season, like when COVID happened, it was at its height again. It's like back early 2000s. Yeah. But now it's like, and that shit's slow as hell.
Slow as hell.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I'd be excited to do everything like with tattooing because people, it just amazes me that people actually walk around with my art on them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm never gonna get tired of that.
Yeah. Like
that's why like I said, I started a toy company. I got my friend shop and things like that because that's all forms of art, and I'm an artist, so I figured why not find different avenues to make money when tattooing is slow.
Facts. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can't. Like my thing is, I salute the pioneers who started tattooing before me and things like that, who paved the way. But like I'm not trying to be like 70 years old still tattooing, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Like my body hurts.
Yeah.
Like
a lot of concentration.
Yeah, your back hurt, your shoulders hurt. Like you want to be that person 70 years old, still trying to tattoo, bro. Like I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah.
Like
12 hours a day.
Like hunched over, back hurt,
shoulders crack when you stand up. And you ain't ate and didn't even realize that you ain't ate.
You feel me? So like, but to answer the question, like I'm always gonna love tattooing. Like tattooing literally saved my life, changed my lifestyle and things like that. Because
for real,
when I came home from prison, I hit tattooing hard.
Yeah. Like
I've told myself, if I can stand on the block all night, selling drugs, looking over my shoulder from a robber or a police,
damn, so
I can sit in a tattoo shop all goddamn night and do the same thing. So I'm passionate about that shit, bro. Like, I bet you call me, like last night, a person called me. I was at the shop till like 2-3 this morning, bro. Tattooing. Like, don't bother me. Yeah. Like I love it. Like you wanna hang out this late with me? Yeah. You wanna hang out with me? Yeah. And I get to do my artwork? Why not?
Let's chill out, right? Let's shoot.
You feel me? We vibing. I'm tattooing you. You finna walk out and tell your friends about it. You're a walking canvas for me, bro. Like my paint on the wall just is inside somebody's house. Nobody's gonna see it again until I post it on social media or something. That's how you gonna see it.
Yeah.
You walking around in the world 24 hours a day
with it.
People gonna see it all day, every day.
All day, every day.
And they gonna see, oh, let me see, who did that? Hey, who did that? Who did that? My name is ringing bells in places I ain't even been.
Yes. Yep. Yep. People call you like, man, listen, I seen what you did on such and such. I want to get in.
Yeah, man. That's the beauty of it. Like if I say I never get tired of it. Like I don't like attention or nothing like that, but like I just love the fact you want to walk around my art on you.
Yeah. Because there's so many tattoo shops everywhere. And then they chose your shop. You know?
Yeah, tattooing is oversaturated.
It's very oversaturated.
Like the tattoo industry is very oversaturated.
Around here, bro, when I first started, it wasn't nearly as many tattoo shops.
Yeah.
Now it's like one on every 2 blocks is a tattoo shop.
Yeah. This shit crazy.
You know, it's crazy. They need to put a limit on it. Like, listen, if you got 500 tattoo shops in one city, stop it.
But the thing is, like,
put a cap on it.
What's crazy about it is I found the reason how they're doing it. A lot of people are not opening their business as a tattoo shop. They're opening it as an art gallery. You can have multiple art galleries next to each other. They're just art galleries on paperwork, but with art galleries, you can actually use 20%. You can use 20 to 30% of your space as tattooing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. But I have been seeing a few tattoo shops that says tattoos in the art gallery. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, because they operate under art gallery, like certain, like with zonings and stuff like that. Like you may have a zone, you might be the only person in this zone in that building that can have a tattoo shop. They're like, oh, but this area is busy. So what they're doing is they're going down to the city, finding a loophole of art gallery, and they're doing it that way.
They put art gallery. Okay, makes sense. Because I was trying to get in a certain part of the city. I'm just gonna say downtown Clearwater straight up. But I was trying to get in downtown Clearwater, man, and they wouldn't even allow a tattoo shop in that area.
Yeah, that's what. But the thing is,
the way they say art gallery.
Yeah, you got to rub shoulders with the zoning people and stuff like that. And they'll tell you, like, you go to the zoning committee and stuff, like the zoning department, and you ask them, hey, can I get the list of everything that can be open in this area? And if you actually read the art gallery, it actually says tattooing. It says tattooing and piercings.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I learned that from my homeboy Emmanuel George, who went down there.
It's a lot of gatekeeping going on.
Oh yeah, nobody gonna tell you the game.
Yeah, there's a lot of gatekeeping going on.
Because in Daniel's not zoned for tattooing, but Frank, he opened a shop there. Frank Lanacho, the new school artist. And I asked him, like, yo, Frank, how did you open a shop in my own hood, bro? Like, they would never, there's no zoning for this and that. He's like, bro, to open an art gallery.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. And that's how you open. That's how you open Into the Woods.
That makes sense, man. That's my next move. This is not a tattoo shop. This is an art gallery.
Yeah, because the thing is, I remember a lot of people are not gonna give us the game unless you, because they want to gatekeep. They don't want you to succeed. I'm like, why not? There's so many people out here.
There's no need to act like that.
But I'm gonna get everybody the game. I don't give a damn.
So let me ask another question. So, with that being said, if you wasn't tattooing, right, what do you think you'd be doing if you wasn't tattooing at all?
If I had to give it up today,
yeah, like if you not give it up today, like if you was never tattooing,
I'd probably be dead.
Probably dead if you wasn't tattooing.
I'd probably be dead. If I didn't make a decision when I was in prison.
Yeah.
I think I'd have been dead.
Yeah. That was your message. You got that message. Like,
yeah, like I was in. Because the thing is, I was been an artist and stuff. So like I said, I was tattooing before I went to prison. I'm tattooing when I was 13. So I wasn't like serious how it is now with me. I was just tattooing, but I'm still in the streets doing my thing.
Yeah.
And then when I went to prison, that's when I said, hey, why don't you come back still do this shit? But if I wasn't doing it, I'd have been on the block.
Yeah.
Doing shootouts.
Doing dumb shit.
Doing dumbass shit. Probably be dead or back in prison.
Yeah, dead or back in prison. That's the only end road for that type of shit.
Pretty much, bro. Like, it ain't nothing there. Like, I know me. Like, I know my mentality. So I'd have been like out here doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
Because granted, like I tell everybody, I'm an open book. Yeah. When I first came home, I did go back to the block. I wasn't focused on tattooing like that again. Yeah. But I was like, one day I was on the block, had a whole 8-ball on me. I said, damn. What made me realize what I was doing was ignorant as fuck was it's the same niggas out here who been like since I was a jitterbug when I was in elementary school. Yeah. You niggas always had y'all sitting out here. I made it big time and went to the feds and y'all niggas still out here? Yeah. This shit ain't funny. I dropped the whole 8-ball in front of the store and left. And you back on the block.
So you know what? Today's your lucky day.
This shit ain't for me, bro. Yeah. Cause I like just looking at people in my community and stuff, like the old heads and stuff who I looked up to, I'm like, why the fuck did I look up to you, my nigga? You still here. Like, why you still out here? Yeah. And you damn near 60 years old, 50 years old, like
That's it.
you're bugging.
That's it. Exactly.
And that was a reality check for my ass.
It's for what it really is, man.
Yeah, that was a reality check for me. And then and then one time, like when I was in prison, my granddaddy been dead since 99. But I had like an out-of-body experience with him type shit. And he came to me and was like, don't give up on your dreams. Didn't understand it at the time, so that freaked me the fuck out. So like I said, in that moment I was on the block, I was sitting there like, damn, you niggas still out here. And I started like reminiscing and shit. I'm on the block all day with these niggas.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. And you had niggas like, oh yeah, boy, I used to be that man in football. So I said, damn. So reality clicked. I was like, damn, I always want to be an artist. Why am I out here? And shit like that. So I'm like, yeah, fuck this, woo-de-woo. That's when I had a reality check of, we all got dreams as kids growing up.
Mm-hmm.
And something drastically changed in our life that deterred us from our dreams to where it's like we settle for what life gives us.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? My family been doing that my whole life. I'm gonna break that.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did. And I stopped selling drugs, and I've been pursuing this tattooing shit full time, and art.
Got on your purpose, bro.
Yeah, and art changed my life.
Purpose.
Like, art really changed my life, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Got on your purpose, bro.
it was just different. Like, cause like think about it, you got kids who want to be firefighters and stuff like that. You probably want to be a race car driver when you was younger, but then it's like society around you. You feel me? And it's like, damn, why didn't I pursue that dream?
Forgot all about it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the world happened, man.
And that's why, like, now I try to make sure my kids live their dreams to their full capacity. No matter what they want to do, I'm going to support it. Like, live your dream. Because I mean, we grew up in support systems where you gotta play sports. Mamas and daddies pushing sports on you. What if I want to play the piano, motherfucker? Damn.
What them classes?
What if I want to be a violinist?
Yeah, what them classes?
But they're not gonna support that. But then it's like somebody has to break that barrier. You know what I'm saying? Like the young man who just broke the snowboarding thing. That shit was crazy. Yeah. Like when I seen him, like, wait, there's a black snowboarder?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is ridiculous. And wait, he won the X Games. I salute him. And he's from South Carolina.
Yeah. Right up the street.
Yeah, you feel me? Look what he look like. A regular hood person who said he not gonna let the hood consume him. Now look at that man. All on that nigga all on fucking on national TV billboards. He got sponsorship from JBL. Yeah. I'm like, yo, this nigga broke barriers.
Purpose, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing with Tony Hawk. Like, everybody, the thing like we all grew up watching Tony Hawk. Niggas want to be Tony Hawk growing up. Niggas ain't say it, but they want to be Tony Hawk. Yeah. But everybody had the little tape deck, a little skateboard, playing with their feet, playing Tony Hawk game. Yeah. Deep down inside, you want to be Tony Hawk.
I wish you was Tony Hawk.
And think about it, they told Tony Hawk he was too tall to skate. He couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. That man broke every record through skating.
Yeah, he did.
To the point they said,
big name.
To the point they said this man was cheating, bro.
Yeah.
Like, make it make sense. How the fuck you cheat on a skateboard?
Yeah, what, he got 6 wheels?
No, because what they saying is because
he got 6 wheels on his shit.
They saying the way he skates is unorthodox, first off, which is crazy. He's tall as shit. He has no choice.
He's a little awkward. Yeah.
So in order for him to get higher, he has to ollie first. Like, he has to ollie as he's jumping on the ramp. Yeah. And made him go higher. Yeah. And look, he broke barriers. He found out how to make it work for him.
You can't get mad. Yeah, he made it work for him.
And he pursued his dream.
Facts.
Like, I look at all those type of things, bro. Like Muhammad Ali's, the Floyd Mayweathers, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Like, they actually pursued their dream. The Frederick Douglass. Like, Frederick Douglass, like, he's gonna go down in history as one of the most smartest black men. Look at what he did.
He did that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at those type of people now and be like, y'all inspiring as fuck, bro.
Real. So speaking of inspiration, so what's next for Untamed? What like do you have any big plans, collabs, crazy ideas coming up? Like, what's next? What's next?
That's a secret. Can't tell that.
Can't tell that.
But no, like I got a lot of things in the work and stuff. Like, I'm working on an animated series for them. I'm learning how to do animation by myself. Yeah. I'm taking my time how to do it. I've been working on animation for give or take, I say about a year and a half.
A year and a half now.
And I'm trying to learn it. And it's a rough road, and there's no easy route out of this. So I'm literally going on YouTube and using Skillshare, Skillshare, and things like that, and it's actually working for me. Like, they actually have full classes on there to show you how to rig a model and things like that. So my next big thing is to actually have my characters, Kreative Kathy and the Toxic Tinkers, their own webisodes and then movies and things like that. My goal is to be big as Star Wars.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, we're gonna be around, bro, and see all this come into play. I'm excited to see, what you do next. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, especially with the characters, bro, and even with art. You know what I'm saying? Tattooing. I always love to see your work when you got it all up and shit like that. You know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you.
All the shit be different too. Like I don't never know what it's going. But it's always fire though, bro. You feel me? So
Yeah, you gotta give people a variety, man, like Skittles.
yeah, you never know what they're gonna come in there and want, man. You know,
At all.
for real, bro. So if you could tattoo anybody in the world, dead or alive, who would it be?
Like tattoo anybody in the world,
Dead or alive, though.
dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
MJ.
Man, I said the same thing. I said Michael Jackson too, bro. I said the same thing. Yeah, that was my thing. Cause bro, imagine that, right?
Yeah.
That motherfucker, you thinking he weak, but he like, yeah, bro. You know
Well,
what
the
I mean?
thing is, a lot of people think Michael Jackson was soft,
He
bro.
wasn't though. He wasn't at all.
They heard that that was just stage voice. Like we actually talk. He talk like a regular hood nigga. Like,
Yeah.
what y'all want to do? Y'all want to fight?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that probably would have been very.
You know what I'm saying? Like just tattooing Michael Jackson.
I would have wanted to tattoo him though, like the early Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have wanted to tattoo like the later man. I wanted.
Me personally, I'll tattoo any one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved all of them.
Yeah.
Every version of him.
I did too. I just would have wanted to tattoo the younger one though. You know what I mean? For me. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Yeah.
I think the younger might.
Like once he got started getting older, people started coming at him and shit. He had a lot of time. But that could have been the best time because he lost
also,
his
think
mind.
about this, like Michael actually knew a lot of shit before it happened and how the world was and stuff. Like nobody ever seen Blanket Face until Michael Jackson died.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knew Blanket was his biological child, or anything.
Mm-hmm.
He covered Blanket Face to hide him from society,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody thought he was crazy for that.
Yeah,
But he knew what he was doing.
yeah. Even with the face mask.
Yeah,
face mask.
he did that before.
Face mask on.
He did that before it became popular.
He
and
knew
things like that.
He knew the power of people seeing your face on.
Yeah.
Same reason that Elon Musk is in the Oval Office with his son on his back.
Mhm.
He's showing his son to the world. You
Yep.
feel me? Like it's all kinds of stuff like that. But you're absolutely right on that.
Yeah, Michael, he was the
Very
master.
smart.
He was the master of disguise, and he knew everything, bro. Like me personally, for the record, I don't think Michael Jackson is dead.
Yeah.
I don't think he's dead,
You
bro.
think so?
Nah, I don't think he's dead, bro. Because he's the master of disguise. This man sat in Disneyland for 12 hours
Mm.
as a different person. Nobody knew who he was.
Nobody knew who he was.
He sat on that bench for 12 hours, bro.
Damn.
Nobody knew who he was. Nothing like that. I don't think Michael dead, bro. I think Michael just got tired of this shit and said,
I'm about to
I'm
freak
out.
to death. I got so much money. Listen, give me a dead body. I'm gonna lay it in the bed.
Pretty much. And you gotta think about it, his brother Jermaine even says his brother's not dead. He wrote it in the book. He said it nationally. My brother's not dead.
Oh wow.
And then you gotta think about it. His sister, his best friend, Janet Jackson. Nobody has yet to see her cry about her brother.
True.
Nobody's seen her cry. Nigga, she laughed at the funeral.
Oh yeah, well he ain't dead. So.
Remember, she was dying laughing on stage,
Yeah.
doing a eulogy, laughing.
Yeah.
I don't think Michael's dead, bro.
Oh,
Like
God.
he just got tired of being around, being in fame so much. I mean, he never got a chance to be a regular person.
Yeah.
He's been a fucking celebrity his whole life.
He probably somewhere in the Dominican Republic, man.
Probably.
Laid low.
I think he in Greenland.
Greenland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause like the day he died, and you realize his family was going back and forth to Greenland and stuff like that. His kids growing up, they was going back and forth. And if you see all the new interviews they got with his kids as adults, they don't talk about Michael Jackson in the past tense. Oh, my father is this. My father is that. So I'm like, damn, they tell you that this nigga's not dead.
Yeah, there's no past tense.
Yeah, there's no past
I
tense.
never noticed, but I'm definitely gonna start paying attention.
Bro, like even with Blanket,
Shit.
Blanket does not talk about Michael in the past tense.
Yeah, you just saw him yesterday.
He talked Michael Jackson yesterday.
Yeah.
Then before I came, when my daddy dropped me off, I said type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I told my dad I'd be right back.
Yeah, like that's how they talking. I'm like,
Yeah.
nobody's paying attention to this shit, but everybody with this conspiracy shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all are weird.
Yeah.
All because it's a black man, a powerful black man at that.
Well, listen, man. Shout out to Michael Jackson, man.
Shout out.
Man, for real. Dead or alive, dead or alive. So listen, this is the last question, bro. Do you have any questions for me? Anything interesting to know before we wrap this up? Anything you want to ask me while we got these things rolling or whatever?
Why you want to start the podcast, big bro?
Why I wanted to start a podcast, man. It's a bunch of reasons for that. But one of the reasons, the main reason is like I want to have the opportunity to kill the gatekeeping, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the reasons. Kill the gatekeeping. Also, me being an artist, I understand how different artists are, and I know that most artists do more than just art. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I wanted to do the Bigger Than Tattoos, because it's bigger than tattoos, and I want to be able to individualize people who are really out here making a difference in the community, as well as with putting art on people, and people, you know, loving that and referring people to them, like just big name tattoo artists. You know what I'm saying? May not be big in the world, but
In our community.
how big they are in our community, you know what I'm saying, in our space, and just do it like that, man. You know?
That's smart. That makes sense.
Yeah. Plus, you know what I'm saying, at the same time, I'm a boss, man. I run shit.
Straight up.
I pretty
I
much
just want to tell you, nigga, I'm proud of you.
I'm soap Pinellas County up. Shit, you know. You gotta come to the podcast. You ain't on the podcast, you really ain't. Who are you if you don't come to the podcast? Hey, but anyways, so anyways, man, listen, this is the last episode. So this is the end of Bigger Than Tattoos podcast. Got my boy here, Untamed, Richard. You know what I mean? Y'all know where to find him at. Stay fresh. We out.
Stay fresh.
Straight up, yeah, you know we came way up. Hustle from the bottom, now look, we rich and famous. Way up, straight up, yeah, you know these streets dangerous.